Hello, my name is James Combs, and I'm here with Kim at the Samaritan Ministries. Just like to tell you a little bit about myself and the Samaritan Ministries. I, for the most part of my life, from 1989, I started smoking crack. I had already been drinking for the most part. I already had two kids, and that was a journey that was for 35 years of my life of drinking, doing drugs, and just living life like I wanted to live and thinking there was no consequences. And the consequences was homeless. Um, my daughter had told me this was in 2018. I was just going to die by myself, a lonely man. And that was right after I took her car, um, I was babysitting my youngest granddaughter and take her car and my granddaughter to even get more beer. And that led to jail time, which I didn't, that's what I needed, nowhere else. And the jail is what brought me to Winston, where I came to the Samaritan Ministries. Just not knowing where I was going to go or what I was going to do, needing somewhere to go, and the Samaritan, let me in. And this is where I was at a place in my life that I wanted to die every day, just not caring anymore, wanting to die. And when I came in to the Samaritan, I didn't trust nobody here. I didn't know anything about the Samaritan other than it was a homeless shelter. But I come to realize these are godly people here, and they do care, and they cared for me. And I got into the Cornerstone program after 30 days, and I needed surgery. I had a big hernia in my stomach. I needed a lot of physical needs, and they introduced me to doctors to get all of my physical needs, all of my health. My spiritual health had came through the counselors here, going to church. I needed a change in life, and I knew God was the only one that could help me. And God had already had the people here at the Samaritan waiting on me. And all the people here at the Samaritan Ministries, the counselors, all the staff here are put here. They serve God, and God uses them in a mighty way. Because I started building relationships with everyone here in the building. And this is like I'm talking about family. From Jan, from the people that are the highest in command, all the way down to working in the kitchen, taking out the trash. You never know. Working with volunteers, you never know who the volunteers are. You don't know that this is, you're working with a surgeon, you're working with a pastor of another church. You just know they're volunteers. I didn't have no idea of all the people that I come in contact with on a daily basis. And they're put here. God places people in positions to help people. And I've learned from being in the Cornerstone program. I was here for 18 months. And I needed surgery. I got my surgery. They took care of me for 16 weeks while I was healing, and still learning and reading God's Word and trusting Him every day. And then not knowing where I was going to live, and then they finding me a place to live. I got a job while I was in Cornerstone, and everything in my life started changing. The positive reinforcement, starting all over. I knew I needed to change, and change started taking place. Doors, opportunities started opening up, and while I was working at Bojangles on Renolda Road. I was going to be getting an apartment right there on Renolda, Sunrise Towers. And my daughter, the relationship that I had with her started she told me that she's seen a change. She's seeing a change and that I thank God, because she was seeing him. She was seeing Jesus. She wasn't seeing me, because me myself was the same old addicted alcoholic. But Jesus in me, that's the change. And I thank God for the Samaritan Ministries and all my family here. All the people here are my family, because they really care and they love me. They took care of me, and just like going to my mama's or my daddy's, it's the same. That love and that connection. That's a relationship that don't never end.
Can you tell us about where you are today?
So
what's it? What are you like? What's a day for you today?
Okay, well, my son-in-law and my daughter built me my own little house on their property. I was going to be, I was working on Renolda Road at Bojangles, and I was going to be moving in there. But while I was in the 18 months that I was in Cornerstone, I hadn't had a driver's license in 18 years when I came here. And while I was working, I got to save my money, and just one conversation on the phone, my daughter asked me where I was going to be, and I told her I'd be moving in an apartment. I'd take the money that I had, and I could buy a scooter for my transportation. My son-in-law and daughter, the next time, about a week later, said, "Well, won't you just come and stay with us when we'll help yourself to get your own driver's license." So the money that I had, my daughter and my son-in-law, COVID had been going. COVID was still on, and to keep me from having to go to Missouri, they downloaded this internet on this where I could do Zoom meetings. So I got my driver's license back. The money that I had saved went towards that, and then my son-in-law bought this storage building, and it had a front porch and had windows in it, and he built, and now it's my home. It's furnished. Yeah, I have my own home. So now I'm there with my grandkids and my family on their property, and I work at Food Line, which is about 10 minutes away. I needed a job after I got out, and it was as soon as I went and applied, then I got hired and started and went to work. So without Jesus and the Samaritan Ministries, there was no hope. But the hope was that I was here, and I needed help a little bit. I needed somewhere to sleep, but I got a lot more. I got the help that I really needed, that God wanted me to have.
Awesome. Thank you.